Hi, I'm Allison Field. Firefighters have to be very brave and they have to be well trained. They go to school and study for many years to learn how to fight fires. Fighting fires is not a game, it's a very serious job. You've learned that fires are not like you see in the movies or on TV. All it takes is one tiny flame and in a few minutes tragedy can happen. We've taught you that fire is fast, it's terribly hot. It fills rooms with smoke, turning the entire room black. The smoke in a fire can get so thick you won't be able to see anything. And in that smoke, there are gases that can hurt you. That's why we taught you to stay down low, under the hot smoke, and get out fast. If your home caught on fire, would you know what to do immediately? Well, that's the point of today's lesson. To teach you that the most important thing in escaping a fire is to have a plan, to know what to do immediately and not waste any time getting out. My dad, Dr. Frank Field, and my brother, Storm Field, want to tell you how important home fire drills and escape plans can be, because fire is an emergency.
You're so right, Allison. Fire is fast. You must have an escape plan. Fire is an emergency.
You need to know that when there is a fire, it will spread very, very fast. You should know what to do. Don't waste time looking for your toys or anything else. Just get out of the house as quickly as you can. Make sure everyone in your family has a plan how they will get out.
Storm is right. Firefighters say you should not waste any time looking around for something or for someone.
There's nothing in your house more valuable than getting out. Leave everything behind, iPods, PlayStation games, DVDs, leave all that stuff behind. We can replace it. We can't replace you.
It's really difficult to stay calm when there's a fire, but you can if you are prepared. Never waste time looking for anything. Get out. Follow your escape plan.
All over the world, children have fire drills. You do too. That's so you will learn to stay calm and get out if there's ever a fire in school.
Fire drills are important. When the fire alarm sounds in your school, it may be fun to march out of the school, but don't forget that it is an important exercise because fire spreads so fast and is so dangerous.
These children are learning the basic lessons of fire safety.
Here they come.
Learning to get out of a burning building quickly on their own. Learning how to get down low and crawl under the fake smoke.
See how the air is bedded down here?
And while they have all had fire drills in school, many have never had a fire drill at home.
And since most fires happen at home, you should also have fire drills at home.
We have a lot of drills in school, but we really don't have that many fires in school. It's home where we have most of the fires and where we lose most of the lives.
So they are being taught how to behave at home when a smoke alarm goes off or if someone shouts fire.
If you approach a door that's closed, you feel that door. If it's hot, you stay away from it and you travel your secondary route out. If you can exit in your first route, you stay low to the ground, you stay where the fresh, clean air is, and you find your exit out of the structure or out of the house.
Once out of the burning building, they are taught to meet the rest of the family outside at a specific location and to never, ever go back into the building for any reason.
Remember, a small fire can easily become a great big fire very quickly.
How fast can a fire spread? Watch this. It's a dormitory bedroom. Like any bedroom, maybe yours at home. But this one is built outside on the lawn of a college campus. And these students are about to learn a lesson about fire. One student lights a candle next to the bed. The flame grows. A roll of paper catches fire and grows quickly. It's less than 30 seconds since the candle started the fire. In a minute, flames and smoke fill the room and lower to the floor. Students are amazed at the speed the fire grows. What began as a tiny flame is now a raging inferno. In just minutes, the air inside the building is hotter than boiling water.
Got about 1,130 degrees.
Nothing survives in that kind of heat. It just took minutes to do all this.
It's surprising how fast it goes to fully engulf the whole room.
It only took like 3 minutes.
It's scary. It's very scary. It was fast.
The glass broke mighty quickly.
I didn't think it was that fast.
Get out of there quick.
So you see how fast fires grow. You have to be faster. You have to have an escape plan.
Does your family have an escape plan? If you don't, you should sit down with your family and prepare one. That's what every family should do. Make an escape plan for their home. In the event of fire, everyone will know how to get out quickly on their own and meet outside the building at a specified location.
And that means that you and your family must know how to get out of your house as quickly as you can. Now, the only way to do that is to make a plan and practice it.
You're going to perform how you practice. So it's just like a ball player stepping out on a field. If he's never practiced, never swung at a baseball being pitched at him, the likelihood of him hitting that ball is not very great.
If you have a fire in your home, if you've practiced fire drills and exit drills and you have a plan of action, your chances of getting out of that alive and uninjured is many times greater than not.
A lot of times what happens, they have a plan, but they never practice it. The only way they're going to know whether it works is if they practice that fire drill at home.
This family has a plan and regular fire drills at home. So we tested them with fake smoke to set off the smoke detectors. They had practiced their escape plan. They had smoke detectors to warn them. They knew how to get out fast and meet outside. There was just one surprise.
I didn't realize how thick the smoke would be in a real fire. It's not easy to see.
Aside from that, they passed the test. Your escape plan will depend on the kind of building you live in. It may be a single-family house, or it may be a building with many apartments, with elevators, or even fire escapes. Smaller homes burn fast because of their construction, and in a fire, you don't have time. So everyone must get out immediately if they can, and once out, stay out.
Once you get out of a burning building, never go back into the house.
Do not go back into the building.
The fire which burned this house spread fast, too fast for a young girl. Her father tried in vain to save her.
Father went back into the building, looking for her, looking for his daughter.
But they were both overcome by smoke inhalation.
You never, ever want to go back inside.
Large buildings call for a different kind of escape plan.
This is a typical fireproof high-rise building that is under construction. It's obvious that it won't burn. The ceilings are concrete, the walls are concrete, the floors are all concrete, and there's a sprinkler system. This fireproof building, this structure, will not burn. But what most people don't realize is that in a fireproof building, it's the contents that will burn.
So in a large building called a high-rise, if the fire is inside your apartment, get out. Close the door behind you and prevent the smoke and fire from spreading into the hall. Warn your neighbors by making noise and shouting. In a large building, if the fire is not in your apartment but above you, it's generally safe to remain in your apartment because the doors are metal and ceiling, floors, and walls are concrete and steel. Keep doors closed. If the fire is below you, feel your door. If it's hot or halls and stairwells are full of smoke, remain in your apartment. Hang a towel out of your window. Call downstairs or 911 and let them know where you are. That's what this man is doing. He's safe. His doors are closed, keeping out the smoke. And if it became necessary, firefighters would get him out. And just as in a small home, have an escape plan. Know where all exits are. Have practice fire drills with your family.
There are no signs of the fire that killed 4 people in this building. Newspapers told the story of a building filled with smoke in an early morning fire. 4 people panicked and made the mistake of running out into hallways full of smoke. They died of smoke inhalation.
If they would have remained in their apartment, they certainly would have survived.
Some residents made the mistake of racing to elevators. Never use elevators when there's a fire. Use the fire exits and stairs unless they are full of smoke. So remember, you have to prepare an escape plan for the type of building you live in. All homes are different. Practice fire drills at home just the way you do at school.
If your family is not sure how to develop an escape plan, then you should invite an expert into your home to show you what to do. This family asked a firefighter to come to their house and outline an escape plan for them. Firefighters are always there to help. The firefighter told the parents that they need more smoke detectors in their home because often children in a deep sleep don't hear the smoke alarm. Once a smoke detector goes off and you have an escape plan and have had fire drills, you're prepared and you're less likely to panic. you'll know that the smoke will turn the room black very quickly. That smoke is dangerous, which is why fire experts say stay low. Get under the hot smoke to where the air is still cooler and cleaner, and get out.
That is so true. You may not be able to see if you stand up into the smoke, but staying low, you can get out. That's what one girl did when she saved her sisters. The 3 children trapped in this fire crawled under smoke and heat to a window and screamed for help. Firefighters saved them all. She was a hero.
Smoke makes everything black, so what you want to do is stay low so you can see easier and breathe so you're able to get out.
Smoke in a fire is full of dangerous gas. Every home should have smoke detectors to warn you that there is a fire. There were no warnings in this building. A fire burned everything, including the smoke detector.
Don't see no battery.
They had no warning because the battery was missing. Make sure your smoke detectors have working batteries. Smoke detectors save lives.
Heard the smoke alarms going off, and I said, well, that's strange, it's not supposed to happen. So I went out the bedroom.
1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 or 5 smoke detectors in our house, and all of them were going off.
It was a fire in the laundry room.
Flames were coming out the laundry room door.
He didn't panic, and he did the right thing.
I just shut the laundry room door.
That stopped the smoke and flames from spreading.
My older kids came downstairs and they started grabbing babies, and we all got out.
Everyone was out safely, including 3 babies, all saved because they had smoke detectors and knew what to do.
12 people this morning could have easily perished in this house fire, and they didn't because they all had good working smoke alarms.
When the smoke detector goes off, you must get out quickly because fires are fast. All it takes is a tiny spark or flame, and in less than a minute, an entire room is engulfed in fire and smoke. People are often injured in such fires because they have no escape plan. They panic, don't know what to do, and are often trapped. But now you know what to do.
You have to have an escape plan and a fire drill at your house. Otherwise, it'll make it difficult to get out of your home if it's on fire.
That's what this family, Mom, Dad, and children do. Dad watched them practice their escape plan. They even have a chain ladder for one bedroom as a second escape exit.
Andrea, where are you going?
I'm going next door to meet my family at the wall.
Once out of the building, the family meets at an agreed-upon spot. Everyone is out safe. This is home video of a fire. When the smoke detectors went off, 2 girls living here tried to put the fire out themselves instead of getting out and calling 911 from outside. One of the girls went back to get her cell phone and was trapped. It was on the news that night.
The fire started on the living room sofa in the house. Investigators say the 2 female victims were sleeping upstairs at the time. Smoke detectors woke them up. They went downstairs and tried to put the fire out with water. They couldn't. So Sue Thongdera went back upstairs to get her cell phone to call firefighters. When she was back upstairs, she was trapped by the fire and died of smoke inhalation.
Sometimes children become frightened and try to hide from a fire. You should never hide from a fire.
The dramatic rescue was caught on videotape. Everyone inside got out except for 7-year-old Terry Walker. He was hiding under a blanket. But Captain John O'Neill heard the boy whimpering and brought him out to safety. Firefighters and EMS workers immediately began giving him oxygen. The boy is fine tonight and out of the hospital.
When I arrive on the scene, I'm fully dressed. I have all my protective equipment on. I have my mask on my face. A lot of times children are very scared when they see us in all our gear because we want the children not to be scared of us, because if any of the children are still in the house, the worst thing that we can have happen is we step into their bedroom and they take off running. So now it's a chase to find them. It's not they stay or they come to us. So I want the children to see, hey, I am a fireman, this is what I look like as a fireman, and I want you to come to me. And I want you, because my whole purpose in this job is to ensure that we get everyone out of the house. The house may burn down, but I want to make sure that everybody inside the house is outside and that I can bring the parents and the children back together.
If you learn the fire safety rules, you won't be frightened. You will stay cool, and that's just what a 9-year-old boy did when there was a fire in his home. He called 911.
Go outside.
We can't.
You can't go outside?
No.
Okay, you're upstairs?
We can't breathe. The room's full of smoke.
There were 4 children, twin 9-year-old boys and 2 girls.
Come on. Nick, don't get out the window.
No, don't go out the window.
They didn't jump. They stayed on the phone and waited for firefighters to get them out. All were saved by the boy who called 911. And it was a fire in an apartment building that filled the hallway with flames and black smoke. A mom and her 2 children were trapped.
I immediately closed the door, ran to the telephone, and called the fire department. Then I ran back to my door, put my wet towel underneath.
Wet towels and closed door kept the smoke out.
I knew we had a fireproof door in a fireproof building, and in fact I heard our door sizzling and I saw it bending, and it was very scary.
She didn't panic, waited for the fire department.
Because of where the fire was, there was no way we would have made it. It was impossible, because the fire was between us and the emergency staircase.
She knew what to do and remained calm.
I didn't panic. I knew what to do. You don't have time to really think about it then. You have to react. You have to know what you're going to do when the situation arises.
While firefighters battled smoke and flames, she sat and waited.
And once the fire was out, or almost out, the firemen came into our apartment, even though there was a lot of smoke in the hallway, told us, it's out, you're okay, stay here, as soon as the smoke clears, we're going to get you out.
Knowing what to do saved this family. Know your fire safety rules. Have an escape plan. You can not only save your life, but other people's lives too.
Firefighters are brave men and women who face danger every day. If you get out quickly, firefighters won't have to risk their lives entering burning buildings to find you. So have an escape plan and practice fire drills at home. And remember, don't ever fight a fire yourself. Don't hide if there is a fire. The key is to stay low and go. Get out fast. Plan a meeting place outside for everyone to gather. And once out, call 911 immediately. The sooner you call, the sooner firefighters can respond. Every moment counts. Fire is an emergency.